Hello and welcome back. My name is Ted Kulakevich and this is Ted K Studio. Today we're going to be continuing the Figma Basics tutorial series, and I want to show you how I create amazing gradients in Figma. There's 3 easy ways to make awesome gradients, so let's jump right into it. So because this is the basic series, I'm not going to get too crazy with the gradients. I just want to show you the basics and 3 different ways that we can spice up our designs. The first thing we're going to do is take this color and combine it into a seamless transition from one to the next. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to stretch it out. And then I'm going to click on fill. Over here where it says solid, I'm going to click linear. I'm going to select this, make sure that it's color selected. Select the bottom one, make sure that the right color is selected. And then I'm going to reposition the direction of this gradient. Currently it's a vertical gradient, but we want it to be horizontal. So now very quickly I've applied this linear gradient from one side to the next. An easy way to spice up our designs is instead of showing logos or marks on a black background, we can simply copy and paste this gradient behind our objects, just giving it more life, more color. So that's pretty straightforward. Now let's take it up a notch. Let's make our gradients a little bit more interesting and have some blur to them. So what I'm going to do is draw this circle, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to find 3 distinct colors. Let's do purple. Let's do this bright pink color here. And let's try a light blue just to see how these will mesh. And let's blur them now. So I'm going to take these 3 objects. I'm going to click on the effects panel plus, and then we're going to select layer blur. And I'm going to do something large like 400. And right now you can see that there's white space in between because the objects aren't large enough. So what I want to do is scale these up a bit. And now you see how they overlap and they create unique colors. So let's apply this to our designs and see how we can make it look better. For example, let's say we're designing this website and we want to apply our new learn blur gradient skills to make the site look a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is draw a circle, 2 circles, and down here we're going to copy this color right here and we're going to apply that same blur effect. Let's do 400 so it's nice and blurry, and then we're going to place it inside of this mask. And then you can make it as light or dark as you want, as visible or drawn back as you want. And then I'm just going to copy this formatting, but I want to change the color to this blue color that we use right here. And then we're going to put it up here in the corner. And actually I think it would look awesome if we do some kind of effect on it. So I'm going to do a screen effect, and now you can see how it interacts with the image. It doesn't hide it, but it does have this kind of light blue color shine from the top right. So I'm just going to mess around with the opacity of this thing now. Maybe drag it out of the frame a little bit more. But this is just one way of adding these blur gradients to your designs. And last but not least, we have the coveted mesh gradient that you see all over the place right now. And I'll show you how to quickly and easily set this up and add it to your designs. So for the mesh gradient, we're gonna have to pull out the pen tool and we're just gonna draw a random shape. You want to have angles and waves to it. You don't want it to be a perfect circle or a square. So I'm just gonna draw a few random elements right now, and you can have them overlap each other. So 1, 2, just gonna create some opacity here so we can see what we're doing. And let's do another one like this. And I'm just going crazy, just drawing some random objects here. Let's do one more. The point of this one is just to make it seem like things are kind of meshing together, that it's all over the place. So it's not perfect, but this will work. This one's looking a little sus, so I'm just gonna change it up a little bit. All right, now that we got our shapes, let's add some color. I'm gonna make these 100% opacity, and then I'm just gonna pick some different bright, vibrant colors to mix. All right, we got our nice, bright, vibrant colors, and now we're gonna add the same blur effect that we did in the previous. So now I'm just gonna mess around with it a little bit and try to make it mesh a little bit more. So right now I think the issue is they're not blurry enough, and I wanna play with the shapes a little bit. So let me just do that and we'll apply this to our designs shortly. Keep in mind as you're exploring these, you can also add linear gradients to your blur gradients just to increase the mesh effect. It's a little difficult to visualize these out of context, so I want to show you it applied to a design of a landing page that I've done. So here's a landing page and we have some nice vibrant colors down here, and I want to replicate some of these colors and add them to the hero just so we can liven it up a bit. So let's do it. And what I'm going to do right now is draw those shapes again. Like I said, you just want to draw random shapes that have a flow and have a direction. And what I want to do right now is have a green to light blue transition. Now, what I want to do is add a purple color in here as well. Now let's apply the blur. And I'm gonna mask them in the site. Okay, they're masked. I just want to put them below. There's a mask over here that I've set up. Okay, that's looking pretty sweet. Now, the last thing that you can do with your gradients is apply actual color styles to them. So let's group this, and then I'm gonna copy and paste another version, and you saw it just get lighter. But what I wanna do is actually apply effects to it. So instead of just pass through, we can see what multiply looks like. We can look at color burn, and sometimes this will produce awesome looking gradients or make your gradients look better. Now, if we compare the before and after, I think we'll all agree that after looks a lot more interesting. So this is before and this is after. I hope this tutorial helped you understand the basics of Figma gradients and how you can apply them to your designs. Get out there, use those gradients, make those designs look awesome. If you enjoyed this video and you feel like you learned something, please share it with a friend, drop a like, leave a comment on what you want me to create next, and also subscribe to stay tuned. I'll be releasing weekly design content from tutorials to entertainment to brand reviews, you name it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.